Okay.
I think I found the best way to summarize this film. I think in all movies there's the heart and soul of a story, and then there's whatever fluff that you use, however realistic, to get you there. Right? Star Wars is about heroes and villains, good versus evil. It's a classic fairy tale. The Millennium Falcon, lightsabers, Jedi, it's kind of all the fluff that gets you there. Wonder Woman had a great story idea. The fluff was terrible. Everything in the plot that got you there, I just didn't like. There was ideas there that were incredible. The idea of kind of truth versus lie. I liked the idea of Diana finally getting Steve and then having to let him go again. Everything like that. What you have to sacrifice to get what you want. I just think that like the villain, the wishes, stuff like that, were so weak, and it ultimately really damaged the film.
Yeah, I get that, and I think that I agree. There are some concepts in there that are truly remarkable, and I like the plot points of where they're going in regards to, yeah, like you said, getting what you want and certain things, that everything has a price, and what you're willing to fight for to get there. But at the same time, it was shrouded in a bunch of exposition and plot and things that didn't really line up correctly.
Yeah,
make a lot of sense.
Yeah, the whole I don't even want to talk about the wishes thing because it just didn't make sense. And I think like the fact that you can renounce your wish takes away like all risk, because it's like, oh, anything that terrible that's gonna happen in this plot we can immediately take back if the person just says, I don't mean my wish anymore. Like that was a little crazy to me.
Kind of took away from that whole aspect, because it didn't really, righted the ship, but you didn't really pay for it in the end. You kind of just did it and then saw it and took it back without actually experiencing any real consequences. Yeah,
and then it was really hard to like understand the rules of it, right? Like the wishes were inconsistent, right? So it's like Kristen Wiig, who's a whole nother thing we can talk about. Like whatever, she wished to be like Wonder Woman, right? And like, she didn't become like Wonder Woman. People just looked at her like Wonder Woman. Like, she got some hot makeup, started dressing better, and then, like, people all of a sudden were like, oh my gosh. But, like, even when she first gets her power, she's still acting, like, quirky and awkward. And, like, that's fine. But, like, so I was like, okay, well, so do you get the powers or no? And, people are going to be like, oh, are you overthinking this? Look, disclaimer, it's a superhero movie, obviously. But you still have to have rules, and you have to make it grounded to compel anybody to watch your story. That's my take on it. Like, Iron Man's suit doesn't make sense, but they try and ground it. There's some fake science behind it, and they don't break their own rules. This didn't seem consistent. It was like I don't know, like Steve Trevor, like, okay, so she wished him back into existence, but then he takes over some other dude's body. Like, what? Why does that? What? I don't know, dude. It was just kind of weird. And I feel bad because all the performances were great. I mean, I couldn't take Kristen Wiig seriously at all. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I could not. There was no world where I could see her cat version or not cat version, dark eyeshadow version, where I could take her seriously at all. I just couldn't. There was some seeds there for a great villain. I guess some ideas that were cool, but I could not take Kristen Wiig seriously. Gal Gadot was great. I do want to say that. On some of the positive notes, Gal Gadot was great. She had some great acting moments. She's the sweetest woman in real life, and it really comes through as Wonder. Like, she's perfect casting for Wonder Woman. She really does seem like this just genuine, kind-hearted, good person. Chris Pine, obviously, hilarious. He was my favorite part of the last movie. He's my favorite part of this movie. Barely in it, but he's hysterical. He's great in his roles. Even Pedro Pascal, like, I feel bad for him because he was doing his best. I know he's a good actor. He just was given, like, nothing. There's some gems there, I guess, of a father-son relationship, but I think they couldn't hit us over the head harder with that at the end there. See?
Yeah, definitely.
His kid loves... I mean, I'm like... Like I said, like I'm roasting a little bit because I'm for humor's sake, but bottom line, there was the seeds of a really good film here, and I feel like just all of the plot devices and ideas just really did not work, and that really took me out of it. Like all of the stuff to kind of get you there to the emotional point did not work. Which is disappointing because I really liked the first Wonder Woman. I thought it was a solid movie.
Definitely. I think that the first one was a lot better paced, first of all, and kind of had a through line and an arc, and it knew where it wanted to go. And this one kind of seemed a bit jumbled and messy, a little bit too much for its own good. And again, there are some good things about it, idea-wise and plot-wise, where they could have taken things and where they did take certain items, but I think overall it just kind of fell over on itself.
All right, to stay generally positive, because I'm trying to not be just the total movie roaster, what was your favorite part about it?
Well, I really liked the just honestly, I really like Barbara Gordon. I thought, or Barbara Minerva. There you go. As Cheetah, I thought she was great as a character. I liked it. And yeah, it was a trope like we see with Jamie Foxx in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I thought this was done a lot better.
Really?
Her whole yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah, I was exactly till she got to Cheetah. That's where it fell apart for me. But the whole arc and kind of her being the underdog there and really feeding off of Diana and that whole, because that's Diana's whole mission is she likes to help other people. That's what she's there for. She's a helper. And so in that, I thought they worked well off each other in the beginning and kind of progressed. I like where it was going. And then as soon as the stone came in, I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then Pedro Pascal becomes a stone, and I was like, oh shit, where are we going with this? And then from there, it kind of lost me and devolved a little bit too much to me.
Which is why didn't he just do the like ultimate genie wish and just wish for more wishes? Like, why did he have to make himself the... I mean, I guess it was because he wanted people to like him.
Yeah, and I get that part, but at the same time, it became more of a... if I had the power to cure cancer sort of thing, and then everyone lines up to kind of be here for that one issue, and it kind of got garbled, and then the whole Middle East thing happened, and it was just...
Which was so random and just like...
It really was.
Oh, okay. He looked at a magazine, now he's in the middle. Oh, okay. Dude, you know what I wish kind of, and I think could have been really cool if they kind of leaned into it more, was the idea of Diana being crushed by the loss of Steve. And, like, imagine this. Imagine if Wonder Woman opened. You know, they have the flashback showing her as a kid. And then it opens on a world without Wonder Woman. On, like, a depressed Wonder Woman. Because it's like, look, we know who she's going to become. She is this great person. And so that's a side that we haven't ever seen before. And I think that could have been a super cool arc that would have been relevant to the story. Relevant where she's just, like, depressed. And she's sad, and she can't get over Steve, and she finally gets Steve back. And then she kind of realizes that it's about more than that. And she lets him go a second time with, like, actual closure and actually lets him go. And, like, goes back to being Wonder Woman. Like, I think that could have been... I think that could have been cool.
Oh, definitely. But it felt kind of... That part felt kind of... odd in the moment, and with Chris Pine.
I mean, I didn't care. I liked Chris Pine
everyone
back.
Was great. But
I was open
glad.
to any excuse to get him back in it. I was like, oh, great.
Oh, for sure.
I loved him.
He was fantastic. To me, their chemistry worked, but it was kind of... This is probably me. I felt it kind of jaded, just kind of how they did it plot-wise, versus the first one. I felt a lot more natural, and they really kind of bled into that and then progressed their story till the end of the movie. But this was kind of like, all right, here it is. You're someone else, but then all of a sudden they get together. So it seemed kind of forced in some ways. But I mean, ultimately their chemistry was still there, so that's what mattered.
Yeah. I think I was just kind of confused about the rules of the universe and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. It was an okay movie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. Okay, that's kind of my verdict there.